one of my really good friends. And when I say really good friends, like I've got friends in this industry that like, we hang out at NAB, we're cordial, we text each other every now and again. But this is somebody who I would classify as my brother. Like I know his struggles, he knows my struggles. We know stuff about each other that we will never share online.
Yeah.
And recently, he came out with a new series on his YouTube channel talking about, as he calls it, getting it out the mud. We're talking about my good friend, Justin Porter.
Yep.
He currently has been going through some business struggles. If you guys haven't been following it, he has a wedding filmmaking business. He shoots, in my opinion, some of the, if not the, I'm biased, so I'm going to say F it. It is the best wedding films I have ever. It's the only wedding film where I don't know either person in the couple, and I actually watch it. And this is how I know it's good. One day I was scrolling on Instagram because he posts other like social media content. He's scrolling. I'm scrolling through Instagram, and the film starts, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, dang, this is really good. And like halfway through it, I go, dang, I gotta send this to Porter. He would love this. And then I look, and it was his.
Dude, on the real, everything that he is saying is 100% true. If you have not seen Justin Porter's work, not his Instagram, not his funny content, that's funny too, but go to Justin Porter Media and watch even just a trailer. But more than likely, if you start a 17-minute video from him, you're going to watch it all the way through, because this man be doing Netflix-style documentaries for movies, and you have probably never watched someone else's wedding film. You will watch other people's wedding films.
Yes. So I'm gassing him up, but because he actually deserves it. But it's also because we got to talk about this new slight drama that he has found himself in.
Yes.
So he put out a video basically talking about how, there were some struggles in his business, which personally I appreciate. I appreciate the honesty. I appreciate the transparency.
This man was super vulnerable.
Super vulnerable, right?
Like stuff that as business owners, we'd probably be like, hey, I ain't putting that out there.
Yeah, I might have a client see this.
For clients, future clients. Ugh.
Yes. So he puts this video out there, and in the video, he mentions that his current time frame for weddings, his turnaround time is 6 to 12 months. And I think when the comment section heard 6 to 12 months for a wedding film being turned around,
yes,
the comment section exploded.
Well, because when you say 6 to 12 months, as fellow video production freelancers, entrepreneurs, when I give a range 6 to 12 months, what I mean is 12 months.
What I mean is 11 months, 31 days, 23 hours, 59 minutes, and 59 seconds.
Let me put you onto some game. Seriously, if you're lucky, if I'm out of work and I just have time, 6 months.
Yeah.
I ain't doing nothing. 6 months. Bro, if we busy and I gave you a range, we using that range.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we gonna use every second of it.
Yes.
And I might not even start it until 11 months. And then I'll take 1 month to finish it. You know what I mean? So this happened, and it spawned immediately debate, right? And so much so that I actually had people messaging me this morning. I got a message this morning. They were like, hey, I know you guys are probably going to be talking about the Z mount on the Red, but you got to bring up this JPM stuff with the new 6 to 12 months. And so the question I have for y'all is, when it comes to shooting for your clients, what type of expectation do you think it makes sense to offer? And because I'll be honest, if you're making Justin Porter level films,
10 to 15K.
And you're charging.
Sorry for dry snitching.
And you're charging. I mean, I don't know exactly what his number is, but I know it's he's not cheap, and he shouldn't be. His stuff is valuable.
I only say it because he said it before.
But when you're charging that amount, I feel like if you were shooting I think my issue with it, and this is me being real, bro, when you start talking about 6 to 12 months, I know some marriages that don't last 6 to 12 months.
That's what I was laughing at. Ruben's comment, bro.
Listen here.
Bro, 6 to 12 months, they might not even be together.
Yeah. So it's almost like they making the marriage work just so they can see their film and remember why they liked each other.
Maybe you might inspire them to stay together.
So I got to ask, chat, what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Now, how long? Now, Jonathan says, how long does it take Netflix to make their docs? 2 years plus. And you're right. But that's a story that has already happened and has an ending. And they're working on that for those, like, for the rest of the people, not for the people who the doc was about.
Yes.
They're making it for everybody else.
Yes.
You're talking about somebody's day that they want to relive.
Yeah.
6 to 12 months, like, I love you, Justin, but 6 to 12 months feels like a long time. And, like, I know stuff that y'all don't know. Like, I'll just be very transparent with that.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that he is working on ways to tune that down.
Yes.
And I don't think that 6 to 12 months, like, if you're giving me a slow-mo, B-roll montage
Yeah.
to 3 songs that we danced to during our reception
Yes.
with some sound bites here and there.
Slap that together.
Bro, you better slap that together in like 2 months and pass it on over.
2 months. Brandon, I will tell you, when I was shooting weddings, one of the ways that I differentiated myself from every other person in charging a high price, and by charging a high price, I'm talking more like anywhere from that 25 to 4,000, is I promised a 48-hour first draft.
What? Wait, you gave them drafts?
48 first. Well, I say draft because we know this happens with clients all the time. You send them a first draft and they're like, I love it. And then I'm like, I'm going to tell you draft so that you feel like it's more valuable and that it has the ability to change. But really, when I put together a 48-hour first draft, I'm really thinking it's going to be your final, that you're going to love it.
Yeah.
That's one way I differentiated myself from everyone else, because everybody has, which I feel like is a typical 6 to 8 weeks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I'm going to caveat that with, ain't nobody was doing Justin Porter before Justin Porter. I'm talking about a 3 to 5 minute slow-mo highlight video.
Yeah.
48 hours, putting it together. And I love that. And I think a lot of people love that. And I think for 25 to 4,000, and there's a few other deliverables in there, toasts, just the ceremony, stuff like that. But like for Justin, 20 microphones, 6 cameras, 50 interviews.
This man is doing
Narrating a story, shooting before the wedding.
Well, and then he does like he'll do, I mean, a lot of his weddings now he's like traveling for, and then he's getting like the groomsmen like the day before. They've got this, what's it called? The rehearsal dinner.
Yeah.
Like he's got a lot of stuff that he's adding into these deals.
Shooting on reds?
And he's shooting on reds?
Shooting on reds?
Bro.
No. I was able to do 48 hours based off of slow-mo on a Canon that I already loved the cameras. There wasn't really all that much tweaking. Yeah, I can't imagine. I can't imagine doing... I could be wrong on this. Does it take him about a month solid just to do one video?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I genuinely think it's not that he's like, oh, I'm backed up and that's why it's taking me so long to do it. Mm-hmm. I genuinely believe, because I don't want to put out too much of his info here.
Yeah.
But like Jonathan says it here. He says, I like Justin, but I agree he should get the times down. Maybe hiring editors could help. He does not have to do it all himself. So he's had editors, but the problem is there's a lot of structural things. So you guys should definitely go watch his video. Because here's the problem about building a business, and if you build it the wrong way, and this is something that we actually had to do. Like, I'll be transparent. Like, I had to do this with my own business. Like, if you build and things start happening really fast, you just start stacking blocks on top of one another. Stack. But the problem is eventually that's not very stable. and that could shake and fall down. You got to so what you got to do is basically tear down, rebuild a better foundation, and then build up, but build up slow with that foundation in mind. That is the process that he's currently going through. But I can tell you, I've looked at Justin's system. This is not a quick system. This is not, oh, I sat around for 11 months and then in the last month, I just threw it together in a month. No, this man is developing stories. He is listening to every interview. He has cameras suction cupped to walls. Like he is capturing recording every moment.
He's putting a microphone on someone and hitting record and recording all day.
Yes.
And so he is literally going through
listening to sound bites.
20 microphones recording for 12 hours? What? So he can find a sound bite?
But that sound bite is what makes him different. And so here's my thought. I think that 12 months is a long time. Don't get me wrong. And I think it's mainly a long time because it is a moment for a person, right? Like this is one of the reasons why I don't shoot weddings. It is emotion. When it comes to like money, when there's emotions tied to it, it's not logical anymore. Like somebody said earlier, Netflix takes two years. That is a logical decision. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Logically, it's going to take us 2 years to come through all this, blah, 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 blah. But when somebody wants their wedding film, they want it and they want it now. That's emotional. There's no logic when it comes to emotion. And so if you shoot weddings, you got to understand, I'm dealing with emotional people dealing with an emotional time in their life. So yes, he needs to figure out a way to get through it. And I do believe that it does come from hiring editors, pre-editors, people to sort of like come alongside him and help him. But I've seen it in real time. I've seen it in action. Porter is different. The way he interviews people, the way that he gets those questions out of people, his personality that like rubs off onto the people that he's interviewing, that gets them hype to want to tell him more. That is something unique to him. And I think if he gave away too much of it to editors, he would lose that thing that makes him special and makes his film special.
Yeah.
But I also will say that like, yeah, because it is emotional. Again, I'm kind of like you. I'm talking out of both sides of my mouth at the same time.
Yeah.
Because the end product is so emotional to the bride and the groom and the family of them, for that matter. Yeah, you got to get that time down.
Dude, the one thing that I can think of with Porter is literally, if you want to be great, you have got to be different. And he is so different from everybody else. He's willing to go where no one else is willing to go. Like, even thinking about the reason why I don't feel like he's replicatable is, bro, even if you gave me 20 microphones, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
3 Reds, not doing it. We shot on 3 Reds for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, we got one more shoot. We got one more day.
And we had, I don't know, 5 to 6 terabytes.
Yeah.
That makes me sick. That makes me sick thinking about what he does. And so I think there is something that is awesome about what he does, because he's the only person that I know that's willing to do that sort of style and to put that out. And so that is his superpower. But with everybody, your superpower is also your, like, I don't want to say like your curse, but like, it's the thing that makes you awesome, and it's the thing that's also makes it hard to turn stuff around. So if clients know ahead of time, you cost $10,000, you cost whatever you cost, and it's going to take me 12 months, and I'm willing to wait. Hey, great.
Yeah, I almost thought like you should say you will get it 1 year for your 1 year anniversary, and if I was him, Justin, here's a business plan for you. Charge more money. Tell them it's going to take 1 year to get the film done.
Yes.
And then part of what they pay for includes renting out a theater and doing a viewing party on their behalf. So you rent out a theater, and like this will start working for you 1 year into the future. They get their film. They get a chance to watch it in a theater. They know they're getting it on the 1 year anniversary of their wedding, so it becomes a whole event. And they invite their family. They invite everybody, because he is making movies.
Yeah.
And so I feel like he should have this like massive package that includes 1 year, you'll get your film, blah, 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 blah. And if you want your film sooner, we got a rush package that you can pay for, and that pretty much covers the cost to bring all these editors.
Brandon, you've got good business advice. I've got bad business advice.
What is your bad business advice?
I would tell his clients they can bid for editing spots. So in 2024, we've got priority. Slot 1, it's getting edited right now today. Slot 2, slot 3, slot 4. No matter when you had your wedding, you can bid.
Don't do that.
For slots.
That's terrible advice. You're going to have his existing clients ready to fight. All right, so if you enjoyed this clip, do us a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button because we would love for you to join the community. Here, we're just a bunch of nerds who love camera gear and love talking about it every single week, which we do live at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss that and you don't miss any of the other clips.